They say that running is a sport. They talk about splits and strides and personal bests. They talk about the lactic acid burning in your quads, the ache in your lungs, the blisters on your feet. And they are right. Running is physical. It is brutal, raw, and unapologetically physical. But I am here today to tell you that running is a lie. Or rather, the limits of your body are a magnificent, beautiful, and often crippling lie. The only truth in running, the only truth in any great endeavor, is this: the body achieves only what the mind believes. Think about the last time you went for a hard run. Maybe it was a race. Maybe it was just a training run that went sideways. I want you to remember that specific moment. You know the one I'm talking about. It's mile 20 of a marathon. The novelty has worn off. The crowd support is a distant echo. Your legs feel like they are made of concrete, and each foot strike sends a tiny shockwave of fatigue up your spine. Your mind starts to whisper. It's very polite at first. It says, "You know, you've done really well. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to walk for just a minute." Your body is telling you to stop. Listen to your body. We are taught to listen to our bodies. But at that moment, your body is a liar. Your body is telling you it has nothing left. Your body is telling you that you are empty. But the body is a terrible judge of its own potential. The body is a vessel, a machine, a magnificent beast of sinew and bone. But it needs a driver, and that driver is the mind. At mile 20, the mind has a choice. It can believe the lie, it can accept the pain as a limit, or it can tell a different story. It can look at the trembling legs and say, "I don't believe you." The body achieves what the mind believes. If you believe you are done, you will be done. Your stride will shorten, your shoulders will slump, and your spirit will capitulate. The body will obediently shut down, grateful for the rest. But what happens when you refuse to believe it? What happens when you replace that whisper of doubt with a roar of conviction? Something shifts. It's not magic. The pain doesn't disappear. The legs don't suddenly feel fresh. But the relationship with the pain changes. You stop fighting it and start accepting it as the cost of the journey. You stop negotiating with the weakness. You realize that the wall runners talk about isn't a physical barrier of depleted glycogen. It is a psychological barrier of depleted will. I've seen this truth in action more times than I can count. I've seen a high school kid, not the fastest, not the strongest, outkick a state champion on the final straightaway of a mile run. How? Not because his body suddenly found a hidden gear, but because his mind refused to accept second place. His mind believed he could get there first, and his body, that faithful servant, found a way to make it happen. I've seen a middle-aged mother of 3 who started running just to get out of the house cross the finish line of her first 10K with tears streaming down her face. For months, her body told her she was too old, too busy, too slow. But a tiny ember of belief in her mind said, "Maybe I can." That belief grew. It fueled her early morning runs, it got her out the door when it was raining, and on race day, when her body screamed at her to stop, that belief carried her home. The body is an instrument of the mind. It will go where it is commanded. It will endure what it is told to endure. But you have to tell it. You have to believe it when you stand on the start line of a marathon looking at the 26.2 miles ahead of you, that you will be the same person just 26.2 miles older who crosses that finish line. You have to believe it in the middle of a brutal track workout, with your lungs burning and your vision blurring, that you can hit one more repeat, just one more. Because here's the secret. The body is a pessimist. It is designed for survival, for conservation, for stopping. It will always try to take the path of least resistance. The mind, however, can be an optimist. The mind can dream. The mind can see the invisible finish line. The mind can taste the victory before it's ever earned. The greatest distance a runner ever travels is not the 26.2 miles of the marathon. It's not the 100 meters of the sprint. It is the 18 inches from your head to your heart. It is the distance between thinking you can and knowing you will. So the next time you lace up your shoes, I want you to remember this. The training you do, the miles you log, that's just maintenance for the body. But the real work happens in the quiet moments, in the dark moments, when no one is watching. The real work is convincing your mind of what is possible. Do not let your body tell you what it cannot do. You tell your body what it will do. You feed your mind with belief. You visualize the finish line. You hear the sound of your own footsteps as a drumbeat of progress. Because the body is strong, it is resilient, it is capable of extraordinary things. But it is also blind. It needs you, your mind, your spirit, your belief to be its eyes. When the mind believes, truly believes, the body has no choice but to follow. The body will find strength it never knew it had. It will run farther, faster, and longer than it ever thought possible. The body is just the vehicle. The mind is the engine, and belief is the fuel. So go out there, run, suffer, doubt, and then overcome that doubt. Stare down the finish line, look your own exhaustion in the eye, and tell it one thing: I believe. Because the body achieves what the mind believes. Thank you.